What is up? Welcome in to the Early Edge, powered by the almighty SportsLine. I am your host, Alan Bell, and we have a great show lined up for you this Saturday. Get you all set up for a great day in sports. But before we do that, let's take a look at how we did yesterday, and a strong one. The Maestro coming through with the Giants money line, M squared, the White Sox first five. Johnny B, the Blue Jays, man. And tell you what, we're going to talk to him in just a second because I saw him taking some flack on Twitter at the beginning of that game. At the end of that game, the Blue Jays came through. Astros on the money line on the site play for us. The Braves, my goodness, they had this run line covered with 2 outs in the ninth with an 0-2 count and gave up runs. That one was brutal. And then the AB3, that one comes through for us as well. But let's bring in the stars of the show. And gentlemen, looking sharp. Johnny B, I come to you first, man. Good morning. And yeah, I saw it, man. I saw some people giving you some flack. Blue Jays came through, man. How we doing?
Yeah, doing good, AB. I think people are forgetting that the Blue Jays had the highest weighted on base average in the league last season. This team's never out. You can't count them out.
Nope, you can't count them out at all. Another person that you can't count out, Andrew Gomes. How we doing, my man?
What's up? Happy to be back. I'm coming live from Jacksonville, ready for some great fights tonight.
Oh, yeah, we're going to break that down. UFC 273 is tonight live in Jacksonville. We're going to have you covered through the entire card. Now, having you covered throughout everything, that is our man, Micah Roberts. I legit think that you cover every sport for SportsLine and do a heck of a job. Good morning, my man. How we doing?
Good morning. Thank you. And looking forward to hearing the guys' selections. Mikey's also, I understand he's going to have a play as well. The last 2 days for me have been more stressful watching Major League Baseball Thursday and Friday than the NCAA tournament. I'm thinking I did not stress this much as I have on Thursday and Friday. The 1-run games, I never play the run line, so I'm not getting buried there. But it's it's fun to have it back, and I need a break. I got some NASCAR this week.
I'm with you on that, man. It's great to have Major League Baseball back. And we've had some great games Thursday and Friday, and we got a nice slate here on Saturday. And you're right, M squared with a mail-in pick for us as well. Can't wait. All right, so Johnny Boba, coming to you first, man. Our storylines that affect the betting lines for today. And you're taking a look at some way too early MLB takeaways here. What you got?
Yeah, so obviously only 2 days into the season so far, but there are a couple of things that I noticed. The Phillies, if they can get any pitching, this is easily a playoff team. I mean, their lineup is really deep. They added Nick Castellanos, they have Kyle Schwarber, they already have Bryce Harper, JT Realmuto. This lineup is really good. They added Brad Hand, Knievel, and Yuris Familia in the offseason. And look at what the Braves and Nats did when they added a bullpen. So I think the Phillies could have a very good season, obviously very early. Another one, Angels lose their first 2 games of the season. Reed Detmers is the game 2 starter, and they still have a ton of pitching question marks. The lineup also doesn't look too scary. It's just Ohtani, Trout, Rendon. Don't get me wrong, maybe the best top 3 in the league, but what's after that? So the Angels worry me a lot. And the last thing I want to say is the Blue Jays, they're bad. They're scary, but I think what was the scariest part about last night is that they got 8 2/3 from their bullpen and still were able to win after going down 7-0. So they were able to end their 10-game losing streak on opening day yesterday, and that was with the largest home comeback in franchise history.
Yeah, that game is incredible. And you're right, man. If you go 8 2/3 from your bullpen and get the win, dude, that's a nice one. That's a nice one for sure. All right, Gabas, coming over to you. First off, man, dude, saw the pictures of the wreck. Glad you're okay. Glad everyone is all right. We've got UFC 273 tonight live in Jacksonville. You're here in Jacksonville. Break down the card for us. What's the main event? What fight should we be looking at? What do we need to know?
Yeah, I appreciate that, first of all. And to everyone who reached out, again, thank you. All is well here. But yeah, ready live in Jacksonville to see some great fights tonight. We have 2 title fights. First off, Alexander Volkanovski taking on Chan Sung Jung, the Korean Zombie, legend of the sport. Volkanovski is on a crazy winning streak right now. He's one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the organization. And he's a huge favorite tonight over Chan Sung Jung, so we'll dive into that a little bit more later. Next up, the 135-pound belt on the line as well. Piotr Yan versus Aljamain Sterling Part 2. Their first fight, Jan was winning through an illegal knee and ended up getting disqualified. He's since beaten Corey Sandhagen, and he's a big favorite in this one as well. So we got a couple interesting title fights, but maybe the people's main event is Khamzat Chimaev, maybe one of the most hyped prospects I've ever seen in all my years of watching the sport, taking on Gilbert Burns. Khamzat is a huge favorite too. So a lot of big lines on this card. We'll get into the betting perspective a little bit more, but it should be an awesome card from a fan perspective.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I'm excited. I'm fired up. Me and a couple of boys over here ready to bet it live tonight, man, and get fired up. Now, you want to talk about an illegal knee? You're looking at Micah Roberts right there. I've seen this man throw down in the streets of Las Vegas. You want to talk about somebody who's coming at you, Micah. All right, we've got NASCAR at Martinsville this weekend, man. Break it down. What do we need to know?
Yeah, Saturday night special, awesome. It's 100 laps less than usual, always a 500 lap race. I think the last time it was 400 was 1976, another gas shortage year. This is going to be an exciting race. There are going to be fisticuffs after the checkers. You're going to see some angry people because it's short track racing. People don't feel as bad about bumping somebody because you're probably not going to put them in the hospital or anything. So there's a lot of ease of bumping somebody, wrecking somebody, exacting revenge, stuff like that. And then after the race, there's a couple guys that are upset and they meet each other and fight a little bit. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be an exciting race. But more importantly, it's the car that is the next gen car. That thing is the superstar this season. 7 races, 7 different winners, 3 first-time winners, and 6 of the winners have paid out at double digits or higher. I've never seen any start to the season like this before. Apparently, the longest was 2000, I think 10 consecutive races in a row, but those races did not have the type of payouts that we're seeing this season. So throw some money out there on a few drivers there, especially some good ones. Denny Hamlin did not qualify well or practice. He's up as high as 17-1. He's a 5-time winner from Virginia. Home cooking did him well last week in Richmond. He's a guy to look at this week. But the one I like the most, I think, is Alex Bowman. You're getting extreme value with him at 14-1, considering that he won the last time they were on this track. His teammates are all 7-1 or less. That's Byron, Larson, and Elliott. It doesn't make sense. The guy won the last time. He's got the equal car. He's won this season, and yet he's getting double the odds of his teammates. So that's a guy to look at, Joey Logano. And Tyler Reddick is the long shot 33-1 to check out. Good luck tonight.
There we go. See, I told you, man. Fights and Micah Roberts, you can't get them away from each other. And I love that NASCAR. We've got UFC tonight. We've got NASCAR. They're ready to throw hands right there on the pavement. Yes. Dude, you can't ask for much more than that. Now, quick question for you, Micah. Trent in our SportsLine family, he says and tells me William Byron plus 1,000 is the play. What are your thoughts there?
10-1. It's a good play. Yeah, he's great. He won the truck race the other night, so he's definitely somebody there. I'll probably have, by the time the race goes off, 8 different bets, odds to win. He'd be a guy definitely to look at there for sure.
Nice, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I can't wait, man. NASCAR, I'll tell you what, like you were just talking about Major League Baseball, it's starting well. NASCAR has, like you just broke down, man, it's been fun week after week after week. So, yeah, I'm fired up for that. All right, our plays for today. All right, we're going to go with 2 of them here. All right, first one, we're going to go Giants money line minus 145. Look, we're going to go back to the well there. Today, the Giants cover in 70% of our SportsLine simulations. And Miami, the Marlins pitcher Pablo Lopez, he struggled in spring training with a 10.13 ERA. We're going to take our chances here with the Giants at home. First pitch at 4:05 p.m. Eastern. We're also going to go, look, Bowman, it's hard not to do it. We're going right back to the well again with the Astros. We've seen them in Los Angeles. They've won 5 of their last 6 against the Angels in LA. They win in 57% of simulations. Dude, this team can rake, man. I think they had 9 runs in the 7th inning last night. Like, just went off, man. Like, so, you know what? We're going to ride them again. Not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. We're going to take it as long as we can get it. So, those are our 2 plays. If you have and have ever wanted to get into SportsLine and become a member of our site, I'm telling you right now is the time to do it. You're going to get Major League Baseball. Bowman, I believe he started off 7-0. Matt Severance has started off Hot. Micah Roberts, everybody. I'm telling you, our simulations are hitting. If you want 30 days for free on us, use promo code EARLY, EARLY. And you're not only going to get that, you're going to get the NBA playoffs that start next week. You're going to get the Kentucky Derby coming up at the beginning of next month. I'm telling you, now's the time to do it. If you're going to take 30 days for free, now is the time. All right. Johnny Bowman, coming to you, man. I'm going to go to you first. You got one play in Major League Baseball. Break it down for us. What do we need to get?
Yep, one Major League Baseball play today. We got Cardinals money line minus 160 versus the Pirates. Mitch Keller's getting the start for the Pirates, and he's looked much better this season. He's even touching 100 miles an hour at times in spring training. But the Pirates don't have a great bullpen after that, and Keller shouldn't go more than 5 innings. A lot of the starters haven't been going more than 5 innings. Miles Mikolas is coming off a shortened season because of injuries, but he did pitch solid against the Pirates in 2 starts last season. The Cardinals were also able to avoid their top bullpen guys with a blowout in game 1, and they had the day off. So I like the Cards at home, especially at this value.
Yeah, that's excellent value. I'm with you there. Now, a question for you. All right, so M Squared, he mailed in his pick today for us on the show. He's taken Cardinals first 5 minus half a run. So essentially 1 run they need to win by at minus, I believe, 110, 115, somewhere around there. What are your thoughts there on the Cardinals first 5 minus half a run?
Yeah, I like it. Honestly, that's just a really good way to lose the juice. I was surprised they were already at minus 160, so I'm taking the money line, but the first 5 play to lose the juice is a great play as well.
Yeah, and look, I tell you what, not to pepper you with Cardinals questions here, but Andrew in the chat asks, Cardinals team total over 4.5 plus 100. How is this plus money? Wind blowing out 12 miles per hour. Any thoughts there?
Yeah, so it's a good question. It's plus money because there's a lot of hype on Mitch Keller in the preseason. I think too much hype, a little too much hype from the public. So I do like that over, but that's why that line is there.
Nice. Perfect, man. Appreciate it. All right, Andrew, coming over to you, man. So we got UFC 273 tonight. We've got prelims. We've got the main card. We've got everything. Break down the plays that we need to know that we need to jump on for tonight.
Yeah, so first and foremost, we'll start with the main event. I really like the under 4.5 rounds in the Alexander Volkanovski versus Korean Zombie fight. This is at plus 130 right now. Volkanovski's went to decision in his last few fights, but they're against Max Holloway and Brian Ortega, who are a couple of the most durable fighters on the entire roster. I think because that went to decision, and even the Ortega fight really shouldn't have gone to decision. That should have been stopped multiple times. But I think this line is off because people are looking at his last few fights and saying, oh, Volkanovski's a decision fighter. I think Jung's going to force a fight here. I think this is going to be a banger. I think someone's finishing this fight. So go under 4.5 in the main event, plus 130. Next up, we're going to have a parlay. First leg, other title fight. Petr Yan, like I mentioned earlier, these two fought last year. Petr Yan was winning the fight very handedly before he threw an illegal knee. Ended up losing by disqualification, but it was kind of a technicality. Everyone acknowledges him as the real champion, and I think he's going to dominate Aljamain Sterling bell to bell. Also doesn't help that Sterling's been sidelined by injuries the past year. I think he is a tough task ahead of him. I'm going with Yan as leg number 1. Leg number 2, I like Ian Gary. Ian Gary is being matched up with Darian Weeks here. I think Ian Gary is better than Darian Weeks at every aspect of MMA. Gary's a young kid. He's 24. He's a great prospect out of Ireland. He won his first fight in the UFC by first round knockout at Madison Square Garden. He's training at Sanford MMA, which is one of the best gyms in the world. And I think he rolls here pretty easily. So Jan and Gary parlay comes out to about minus 170, minus 175. And then lastly, I'm going with Kay Hansen against Piera Rodriguez. Kay Hansen has a big grappling edge here. I think you're getting a discount on her price because in her last fight, she moved up to 125 pounds. Didn't look great. She's back down at 115 here. I think she should be the favorite. I think she's going to get the grappling going against Rodriguez. Wouldn't surprise me if she submits her either. So I'm going Kay Hansen as an underdog as my last play.
I love it. I love it, man. I'm telling you, I'm fired up for this card tonight. I'm really, really excited. All right, Micah, coming over to you. One play, Major League Baseball. And look, we had some great games yesterday. The Yankees-Red Sox, that was an incredible finish, right? But the Blue Jays and Rangers game, obviously we already talked about it. Like, it was phenomenal. You're going back to that game tonight. What are your thoughts here, man?
Yeah, this afternoon, the Toronto crowd yesterday was amazing. Opening day. I mean, I don't know. How can you possibly get up as high as they were? It was like a September playoff run. It was pretty impressive by the fans there. So hope they keep going. They got a great ball club, and it's the offense. It's Murderer's Row. There is no easy out there. it is the toughest lineup in baseball. And it's one of those things, it's like they've got 4 or 5 designated hitters in there. It's pretty awesome. And the thing is, they put the stress on the pitchers. Pitchers are fearing them a little bit. And Dave Dunning, he's probably been shaking in his boots all night long, thinking about facing this lineup because he didn't have a good spring. In fact, he had no control, 5 walks, 4 Ks in 10 innings pitch, had 3 games. Hitters hit 345 against him. And I know it's in Arizona and, averages are high, but that weighs on him. And that lineup of the Blue Jays is looking at it like, whew, we got a guy here. We're going to be able to, maybe find something on. So then you're going to get him maybe 3 or 4 innings. He's going to give up a few runs. Then you get the worst bullpen in baseball. The road bullpen, I have the Rangers the lowest in Major League Baseball. I think the Blue Jays are going to have fun hitting it just like they did yesterday. Get this game over the total. And you're not going to see many 9s on Toronto home games anymore. I mean, this is because Kevin Gossman, his excellence, this drops the number down a little bit, but you're going to be seeing 10s most of the season, especially if they put on a performance as they did yesterday and will today.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, literally that. Like, we're probably running out of days to where they're not double-digit totals. I mean, Toronto took care of the total by themselves yesterday, right? So hopefully they'll do that again today for us. All right, everybody, grab your paper, grab your pencils. Let's take a look at the recap for today. Here we go. M squared, Cardinals first 5, minus half a run, minus 115. John Bowman on the Cardinals money line, minus 160. Andrew's on a parlay. Gary and Jan, minus 175. Volkanovski, Young Jung. Am I pronouncing that right? Young. I want to make sure that I get it right. Yeah, under 4.5 rounds. Jung. Okay, perfect. I want to make sure I got that right. Volkanovski, Jung, under 4.5 rounds at plus 130. And then Kay Hansen, money line, plus 115. Micah Roberts is on the Rangers Blue Jays over 9. Tonight, our 2 site plays, or this afternoon, our 2 site plays are the Giants money line at minus 145, the Astros money line at minus 110, and the AB3 today, plus 262. We're going with the Rays money line, Cardinals money line, and the Dodgers money line. So, that's all the damage that we could do for today. Thank you so much to everybody for tuning in. Let's hit these bets, man. Let's cash these. Let's continue this streak that we had. UFC 273 tonight. Look forward to it. Andrew, look forward to your coverage from there. It's going to be fantastic. And everybody, you know what? Let's hit these tickets, cash these tickets, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, as we always are. Best of luck, everybody. Thank you.